comment on the game is when we went away on break, the fear was we'd fall off our game, and it took us till tonight to get it back. We did some soul searching as a team last night and today. I wasn't real happy with our effort last night, inconsistent, and elements of our game that have been missing since we returned, and tonight they all seem to come back. Vermont plays a very good defensive system, and they have a very good goaltender. And it was a game that we call it a pound the rock game, where you can't get frustrated because you haven't scored. You know, we only had a goal halfway through the game. But we've seen this a few times where we continue to be persistent and relentless, and eventually you break the dam, and that was the case in the third period. I thought we were very good all game, but the third period took it to another level, and I think Vermont had a hard time staying with us in the third. You know, it's a hard place to play here, two nights in a row, and when we're able to elevate our game and play at the top of our game, we eventually make good things happen. So, outstanding night. We had a lot of guys play really well. Kale had 4 points. Looked like a Hobie Baker to me. Oliver Chow was tremendous. Bobby Trevino was tremendous. And then, you know, Mers had a pretty quiet night. But I was really happy with the team. You know, we've had that's as good a 60-minute game as we've had all year, and so it's real good to be back.
With Chow's goal there in the second period, what do you think started to work that allowed the guys to break through and find that spark and then go on for 4 unanswered goals there?
I'm not sure. We didn't change anything. The attitude didn't change. We just kept doing what we wanted to do, and that was a beautiful shot by Oliver Chow, but it doesn't go in if Mario Ferraro, our defenseman, doesn't go stand in front of the goalie. And that's how good Lekos is. You know, you got to get in front of him to beat him. And then the third period, we just were throwing everything. Pucks were coming at him quick and from every angle, and we just made it real tough on him, and eventually, you know, broke the dam.
Did you sense that Mark's goal was kind of that straw that finally kind of broke the camel's back, and once you guys got that 3-1 lead, just kind of became a little bit easier for you guys? The third goal.
Yeah. When that third one, I think on the bench, kind of felt some relief, or you know, straw that broke the camel's back, however you want to say it. But that goal definitely, from that point on, you know, game was kind of over, and our guys kept pushing hard.
Yesterday, you said 2 things you mentioned were that you guys weren't getting pucks to the net, and you were playing as physical as you would like. Do you think you guys took a step in the right direction in both those aspects tonight?
Yep, absolutely. I think we played much heavier, man-to-man, and just take Kale's goal, the first goal of the game, as an example. Puck comes right to him, right to the net, and Bobby Trevino's at the net to create a screen. So exactly what we wanted to do offensively. And we were heavier, you know. Took a few more penalties than I would have liked. I think we had to kill 4 or 5 penalties tonight. 5, I guess. But our special teams continue to be outstanding, and the goaltending continues to be solid. And when we can combine that with the heaviness and getting pucks to the net, bodies to the net, it's a real tough formula to have to play against.
You had Anthony on the lineup there for a little bit, and then yesterday you mentioned that he was one of the only forwards that was hitting. Today he picks up the assist on Kale's first goal. What do you feel like, I guess, Anthony learned from that time away, or you know, not playing, that he's kind of implementing here over the past couple of years?
I think Anthony has learned that he has to be coachable at this level, and that everything that we ask him to do, he has to do. And he still has things he's not following through on. But the thing that we like about Anthony is how determined and how hard he plays the game. You know, he takes penalties. He took a penalty each night, but they're in the heat of battle. And we'll live with those. But he's a hard-nosed kid that plays with an edge, and but at the same time he has to play the way we play and follow our systems and have all the details taken care of. And he's at a point now where he's not fighting us on anything. He's just trying to do everything the right way.
With the amount of power plays that you guys had, I think that favors Cale's game just as far as controlling the pace of the play.
No, I think just Cale being on the ice favors Cale's game.
So Jake scored last night. Oliver scores tonight. JP scores tonight. Is that line finally, I guess, producing the way you would hope it would be producing earlier this season?
Well, I tell you, you could see it with Oliver. You could see his game coming, and I think I may have said this to you or some of you guys over the last couple weeks. He was outstanding tonight. That goal was just, to me, an example. It's a result of the rest of his game. Like, he was really moving his feet in the back check, all those things that we demand of our players without the puck. When they're doing those things, all the good things in offense seem to happen. And you can just see Oliver's confidence, his energy, his strength. He's becoming that, that magician, that really elusive, skilled guy that in the first half of the year we really didn't have that because he was working his way back from illness. And to add that now to our group, and Goddad is, plays big and heavy every night, and that's all we really ask of him. Go to the net and have pucks going off your skate like he did last night. And Chafee was sick last night. He was, was a little bit off tonight, but we got two really scary offensive lines, and so we're still trying to add to that, even more depth. I think Bobby Trevino gives us, he's a really good offensive player too, and then the fourth line was pretty good this week. I thought it was Nico Hildebrand's best weekend of the year. Kurt Keats has played well lately. George Mika's game's coming around. So I said this before, that you can see us. We still have room for improvement. You still see guys getting better, and we're going to need to, because now we've played. Now we got to start playing the top half of the FOC East, which we I don't think, outside of Providence, I don't think we've played anyone in the top 4 or 5. So we'll have that next weekend with Northeastern, and go from there.
Fourth straight start for Murray, just like his energy this weekend.
Outstanding. He's matured into a really good goalie. That he's miles ahead of where he was last year. Just the way we challenged. I know I've said this. We challenged him last summer, and the way he practices now, and the way he carries himself, the way he's become a leader of the team, the way he competes in the game. Last year he didn't fight to see pucks. This year he battles to see pucks. He's a ton of confidence, and that there's nothing better for a coach when you look at your goalie and that just settles you. It just calms you. There's nothing worse as a coach when you look at your goalie and you start to itch and shake. And for 2 years here, that was the case. But now Matt's been outstanding. He's been just outstanding.
Do you like him coming out of the crease in the first period to make that diving save? Or?
Did they score? Ryan, you give me softballs, man. Yeah, no, that was fine. It was a good decision, yeah.
I guess is that sort of the difference in Matt making some of those timely saves? Obviously, he made the big one last night. He comes out to stop that opportunity to keep the 1-0 game there. Is that the compete in practicing it? Is that the difference in him being able to make those key stops for you guys?
I think you, as a goalie, you find this confidence level where you just in the flow. You just play. You just react instead of he just knows I'm going, and I just feel that's how he's playing in the net. Like, everything is just natural to him right now. And that's how he looks. And that save last night was such a huge save, and a timely, very timely part of the game. But we see it every day in practice. Like, he's transferring what he doesn't practice to the games, and he's another one I think just continues to get better, and that's what a sign that is. And now Philly Lindbergh just walked back into the locker room, and
I think it felt really good. I thought we carried the play for up until that goal, and to finally break through was a good sign for our team. We just carried it on to the third, and obviously it worked out.
Coach talked a lot about how he sees confidence building in your game by game. You kind of feel the same way, that you're getting more confident as the season goes on.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think just as a team, I think we took a step back as when we came back from break, but I think that tonight was a statement game, and we broke through and we're back to our old ways.
Okay, what do you feel like you guys discovered after, I guess, the time between last night's game and this game to kind of refine that spark and that compete that led you guys to so much success in the first half?
Yeah, I think, like you said, I think we just got away from the basics. We saw a lot of clips from yesterday's game, and we realized that we just weren't playing to our identity. And I think we had a long sit down as a team. We talked about it in the morning, and I think we responded very well, and I think that shows through in our character that we have, and all throughout the team. And but I think we just focused on playing hard tonight and beating everybody to the pucks specifically.
Is there a difference in the locker room after a win like tonight compared to AIC last week or even last night's win at Vermont?
Definitely. I think tonight it definitely feels like we earned it. Last night there were times that we played well, but I don't think at the end of the day we deserved the way we won. And tonight I feel like we did, and I think I guess that's where I'll leave it.
Cale, your partner Mark Delgado, 3 of your 4 points factored into it as well. How important has his development been to help not only your performance but the team's performance?
No, he's been an awesome D partner to play with. He's developed so fast, and especially being a freshman on the back end for us. And I give him a lot of credit. He's learned to do a lot of the right things in the way that we play. And if he just continues the consistency that he's been on, he's going to be a great player.
16 shots on the power play tonight. Was that just a conscious effort to get as many pucks on Lekas as possible?
Yeah, I mean, Chuck can touch on this as well, but I think we knew we were going to have to get some greasy ones past them, and we were just trying to throw a lot of shots at the net, and hopefully some high percentage at sometimes. But I think at the end of the day, we wanted to focus on just being able to get pucks through and get to the net in general.
Yeah, I totally agree with Cale. And then to add to that, for the pre-scout, one of the things for their PK, they really packed it in. So to hope we could take a lot of shots, and then get the rebound and take more shots and get more chances like that.
Do you feel like there was a good movement on the power play just between all the guys out there?
Yeah, for sure. Also, one of the things we focused on was moving the puck quicker, trying to stretch them out, pull them back in, and then eventually get some shots to the net.
Vermont came, as you mentioned, the third-ranked penalty kill in the country, and you guys scored 4 times, I think, 10, 11 chances this week. And what did you guys do so well in the power play to be able to really take advantage of those man advantage opportunities?
I think one thing we did really well was our entries. I think we broke it in clean pretty much every power play for both units, so that was awesome just to get set up. And then we got a lot of got 16 shots to the net, so I think at least one of those will go in.
Speaking of power play, is it nice to have Mitch back out there with you guys in the power play?
Yeah, I mean, you can throw anybody in that slot, and we're going to trust whoever coach puts in there. But at the end of the day, he's a big part to our power play, and he's been playing so well recently that you lose a guy like that out of your lineup, you got to replace him with somebody equal caliber. So, I mean, he stepped in tonight and he played his role well.
Just looking at Matt behind you guys, when 14 on him for the season, what have you seen out of him in terms of his development and what he's been able to do for you guys in goal this year?
Yeah, he's just a very calm player. I'd compare him a lot to Carter Hart. I've heard a lot about him and just how he has ice in his veins. And especially when I played with him at the World Juniors, it amazed me how calm he was just before the game and even during the game. And I think Murray's got a lot of that in him, and he's able to be a brick wall for us back there. And I think that's what keeps us going throughout the entire year.
Cale, 4 points just for you tonight. Did you feel kind of particularly involved in the offensive game tonight?
I mean, you get some lucky bounces, and a lot of guys are playing well, and I gave a lot of credit to my teammates getting me the puck and being able to finish the opportunities. But It's just one of those nights where stuff was happening the right way.